Johnson. I'm from Vallejo, California, and this is my story. There were a lot of challenges that came along with me even just stepping out in faith to do my DTS. I think one big thing even from the beginning was posting on Instagram and letting people know that I was going to be doing something different, moving away and raising money for it. I had let everyone know that I was going to a 4-year college. I had posted it, I had talked about it so much. I'd been accepted, but I couldn't afford it. And so taking this step of faith to try again was really scary. Like I was so nervous that it would be another letdown and all these people would see this and then they'd stop believing in me and stop believing that I could do things, because I had already stopped believing in myself from the first time. And so I didn't have that much faith that I was going to get to go to YWAM, but I posted anyway and I reached out to people and I raised the money and I got to go. And then being there, it was another challenge of, am I going to be able to get through this? Am I good enough to stick it out for the next 3 months, and then after that go to a foreign country and stick it out there? It was all so terrifying. I struggled a lot with being homesick and worried that life would just go on without me at home. And then by the time it was time to go to Cambodia, I didn't want to go there either. The whole time I was struggling with pushing against what I knew was right. I knew that I needed to go to YWAM. I knew I was going to get so much healing and change when I went. And then I knew I should go to Cambodia. I knew that there was something great waiting for me there, but I was so scared. And I didn't feel a heart for it until super late into my time in Kona. And that really terrified me. I didn't know if I would make the money. I didn't know if I would be a good teacher. We were going there to teach English, and it had always been a dream of mine, but I was really afraid to actually try. I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I'd fail. And education became so important to me while I was in Kona. I knew that I had a heart to come back home and teach or be a part of education to make a difference here in the Bay Area. And going to Cambodia felt like a sort of first step to that, of getting an idea of what education is actually like, and being in a classroom environment and being able to step out in that was really terrifying for me. I didn't want to fail. That was my biggest thing the whole time. I just struggled so much with not wanting to let myself down, not wanting to disappoint other people. And then getting to Cambodia, it was really challenging to be there. It was so hot and I struggled with the living environment. I struggled with the food we ate. I was so focused on all the things that I saw that were bad that I couldn't focus on the good. But then I noticed that in myself, and I knew I had 3 months there. I couldn't last doing that. So I really spent time with God and asked Him to change my heart and give me a heart for my students and give me a heart for Cambodia. And after that moment, I fell in love, and I spent the next probably 2 months. That first month was really hard for me, but then the next 2 months I spent just so in love with being in Cambodia. I got to spend time outside of the classroom with my students. We went to movies, we went to cafes. I loved them, and I wanted the best for them, and it made everything worth it. It made being there so worth it, and it didn't matter if I wasn't the greatest teacher of all time. It mattered that I was caring for these students who can learn English to have a better life, and I was still helping them do that, and they cared about me too, and it was just this incredible experience. It's just life-changing. Everything that I did while I was in my DTS was life-changing, and I would recommend it to anyone. Anyone could do a DTS, and no matter how old you are, I don't think there's any time to give up on it. It's something so worth it. You are taking a time of your life to really prioritize God and prioritize His heart for people. I found so much purpose and guidance through it. It gave me a sense of hope. It gave me an idea of who I want to be. Even if I don't have any details of anything I want to do in my life right now, I know where I'm headed in a very general way, but it's so comforting to know that. And I think that is one thing that so many people doing a DTS find. They find this sense of security because it's all about chasing after God and what He has planned for you, and He's going to provide for you, and He's going to get you where He wants you to go. So I really believe that doing a DTS can be for anyone who wants to spend time in God's Word, in community with people who are chasing after